Hey everybody, it's Raul Valdez, Barista Champion Region 18 here in Florida, and I'm very excited to show you guys some latte art techniques. I know a lot of people are trying to learn how to do latte art, trying to get in the Barista Championship. A lot of times it's sort of the struggle, so I'll show you some techniques, things that I like to do, and maybe it'll help you out. First thing I always start off with is really cold milk, right? Now I've already taken this just out of the fridge and I've poured me some in my pitcher. Super important, helps with the consistency, so definitely start with cold milk. I'm going to rinse my machine to get my shots ready, queuing those up. And remember that when you're doing latte art, there's a lot of elements that affect it. One of those things is, if you think about your two Mastrena machines, some of you may have more than that, test it out. Test out the steam wand works, because you may find that one of them steams a little bit slower or a little bit faster. And for me, I like the machine that steams a little bit slower. It gives me a little more time to really stretch that milk. So play with them, find out which machine works best for you. Now we've got our shots ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and queue them up. Now I'll tell you, I'm queuing them up before I steam because I want my milk to have a little bit more time, right? So right now I'm texturizing my milk. What you want to do when you're texturizing, you want to hear it do that a little bit, right? But more importantly, make sure that you're getting a swirl in the cup. A lot of times that requires that your steam wand be perpendicular, right in the center, and look for that swirl. Now it may take some playing around with, but eventually, if you start to see that motion, you're good to go, right? Now I pulled my shots a little early because in this case, I don't want there to be any bubbles in my shot. So while you're practicing, this is a good thing to practice with until you get comfortable pouring. So you can see espresso, there are no bubbles. You can see my pitcher, there are no bubbles. Now if you had a few little bubbles, you could do this number, right? Pop them on the edge, and then swirl. And there's a technique where if you swirl your milk, and you go back and forth, you're layering it, right? You're texturizing your milk. You're sort of puffing it up a bit, getting it ready. Now I'm going to hold my cup, in this case, like this. Give me a little more center. I'm going to pour right in the center. And I like to go around a little bit, and as it gets to about halfway, I'm going to go down, and I'm going to start my jiggle. And now I'm going to lift. So that's one method of latte art. You got your texturized milk, you made sure there are no bubbles, you've done your swirl in the pitcher itself, you've texturized a little bit, and now you're going to pour. How you hold your mug is pretty important. I've played with doing it like this, I've played with holding it like this, I've done it pretty much any way you can. Same goes for your extra milk pitcher. I mean, there's so many ways to do it. Find what's comfortable for you.